All right, what is going on, everyone? Thank you for joining the Degen podcast. So we're going on to our week 5. Week 4, as you can see here, I have the spreadsheet like we always start. Money for Liam. If you're team Liam, this is a big week for you because yes, me and Liam went even as far as we went 2-1 on our mortal locks. I had Kansas City and I had Green Bay, and then Tennessee I had too, but I mean, come on. But we went 2-1, and he went 2-1 as well, Baltimore and Buffalo, and then he lost the Rams bet, which I don't think anyone really saw that either. So I think all of us, we did good on our mortal locks. I did fucking horrendous on all my other picks though. And I guess when we were talking about it, I went 6-10, and that's not horrendous per se. It's not great, but it's not like horrendous. You going 12-4 really hurts. That really hurts, especially when we go over. I just was over here, but when we go over to the overall records, you got me at 28-36. Again, first year doing this kind of thing. Not that it's what is that, around 45, probably
It
ballpark it.
is
If I had to bet,
77%, 78%.
but you don't do. I thought you added the amount of games and divided by how many wins you got.
Oh yeah. It's 28 plus 36 is 64, and then 28 divided by 64, 44.
So like first year doing this, maybe not that bad. Liam is definitely over 500, just sitting at 33-31. And like we said with our mortal locks, we did real bad on week 3. Week 4, we kind of came back again at 2-1. So yeah, not horrendous. Could be better, but yeah. All right, so let's I'm looking at these picks beforehand. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I'm seeing the board a little bit. I think it might be to hop on my bandwagon because I think I'm seeing something here. So I'm gonna start off as we always do. Fox Sports. I like their lines. I like this look. So I'm gonna go with LA Rams at -2.5 for Thursday night, and I like that a lot. Actually, to be totally honest with
Um, yeah. So basically, you didn't give me a chance to flex
you. Okay,
because you talked the entire time. But
but flex then. Here you go.
we're 12-4, boys. Solid week. We love that. That's just a sign of things to come. That's the new normal here.
Oh,
Also, the Rams bet hurt. I wanted to go 3-0 on mortal locks, but if I'm going 12-4 and I go 2-1 on mortal locks, that's fine. The Tennessee game, like the
It's
Jets won
ridiculous.
outright. Wasn't even close, but I don't know who saw that. And then the coin flip game of the week is now 0-2, just so everybody knows.
Fade it.
But I'm feeling good about the coin flip game of the week this week, which I don't know how you can feel good about the coin flip game of the week, but I do. I feel like I'm feeling the coin this week. So, yeah, like we can get into the actual bets now, but I wanted to give everybody a quick second to, just know that I'm the guy to tail here.
Listen, maybe I'm your guy you fade then. As you can see, where you pretty much fading me is betting Liam because we did kind of almost fade each other this entire week. But yeah, like I said, like Kansas City Eagles, the Eagles are trash. They are so bad. They're so bad, the Eagles. And then Tennessee, like, yeah, like you're right. Like no one saw that. Like, I mean, what are you guys doing of it? Like, I don't know. That's upsetting.
If you bet the Jets, good on you.
Yeah, you know what? Like, here's the thing. It's kind of like betting against Alabama. You don't win a lot of money betting against Alabama, just like you don't win a lot of money betting for the Jets. So I feel like 9 times out of 10 that bet hits. And then another bet too that like I was surprised about. We'll go into it later, but I was very surprised about New Orleans. Giants. I did not see that happening. That was the first game at home for New Orleans. Due to the fact they had the whole hurricane and everything, and the stadium need to get repaired. So I figured that was going to be an insane game as far as audience goes and as far as like the crowd goes and stuff like that. And it didn't come. Or I don't want to do it. But I was talking to Liam over the weekend, and I don't want to do it, but I'm not gonna lie, I was really happy looking at the Giants. It felt really good. Everything just kind of came together. And it was so weird because like you look at the first 3 games and it's almost like they always found a way to lose a game. Where this, like, they kind of found a way to win. So I don't know. You picked us. I got to give you credit. Let's see what you do this week as well. But yeah, let's go into the picks. All right. So yeah, like I said, I started at Rams at -2.5. What do you think of this game?
I want to take Seattle, but I
Mhm.
want it at +3, right?
Mm.
Like that's really what I'd like to do. Like I don't know what happened to the Rams against the Cardinals. I didn't watch the game.
Maybe a letdown game just because I also didn't watch the game really that much either, but my assumption is that it was a little bit of a letdown game and that they pretty much almost won like the Super Bowl beating Tampa Bay. That was a crazy win. And then you go to the Cardinals, I believe it was, and I'm not it's a letdown, like you're just not you're on like riding such a high and everything. And then you're playing, I would say the Cardinals are not as good as Tampa Bay, and you're playing a lesser team, and you just kind of don't expect it, and they come out and win. Who knows?
Right. So if I was getting 3, I think I take the Seahawks here. I'm not getting 3 yet, but I'll take the Rams. McVay is 8-2 against the spread on the road, coming off a loss.
That is next gen stats right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Right, you don't get that everywhere.
You don't. You really don't. So all right, you're gonna take Rams at -2.5.
Yeah, if it got up to 3, I'd think about taking the Seahawks. But if it's not a field goal, like I think these teams play close here. Like, I think this is a really close game. So I'll just take the Rams because I think that they have something to prove now, and I like McVay better than Pete Carroll.
I think that's very fair. I think that's fair. I'm kind of in the same boat. I also think the Rams. I'm a big narrative streak guy, and I think the narrative here is that like the Rams are like everyone's like, whoa, the Rams not the team to beat anymore, and it's like I think they kind of want to come out primetime game, Thursday night game, and I just think overall they have better defense. They have better weapons, they have better offense. I think they have a better quarterback too. So it's just everything's better in my opinion. I like it. So we'll go to a game that like I think is a funky game, and I kind of feel bad for Great Britain. Like I don't think this is necessary. Like why do you have to set like you're if you want to spread the game, this is not the way to do it. I don't even think I'm gonna wake up at 9:30 to watch this game. To be totally honest with you, and you have the Jets out Falcons. Technically it's at the Falcons. The Falcons are technically the home team, but this is at Great Britain. So I'm looking at it. And like, do I bet Jets +3.5? Like, I don't know. I don't really know. I guess my only thing I'm gonna say right now is I trust Matt Ryan more than I trust Zach Wilson. I think he's a better quarterback. So I'm going to quarterback against quarterback. I could totally see this biting me in the ass and the Jets either covering or winning straight up, but I'm gonna take Falcons at -3.5.
Yeah, I'm on the Falcons too. So with the London game, I think about like they're both away teams, right? And when you're both an away team, like what travels? Having a good quarterback and like having experience, like that, having experience is really going to travel because this is like unlike anything anyone's ever done before.
Yeah.
So having Matt Ryan in that locker room and having some vets around, I think that works better. And, I don't know. I just don't believe in the Jets at all. So I'll just take the Falcons and eat 3.5 points because I think the Jets are awful.
That's a very fair point. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really think about it, but you are totally right. Like when it comes to this travel, like
Playing at 9:30, like
yeah. The jet lag. If you've ever been to Europe, we went to Ireland one time. The jet lag going over there is probably one of the worst things I've ever experienced in my entire life. Because when you think about it, like you're up for over 24 hours. I don't know what they're gonna make them do. They're probably gonna be like, "Yo, go to bed in the plane." But like, if you can't fall asleep on planes and stuff like that, it's hard. It's a hard trip.
They're probably already over there.
That's also true, but it's still a hard trip. It's a weird. You're in a weird place. You're not, but you're totally right. Experience is going to travel, and the Jets don't have enough experience, especially don't have enough experience at the most important position, which is the quarterback. So you made me feel better about that bet, and I appreciate that.
I got you.
All right, now we're gonna go obviously into the next game, which is the Carolina Panthers. The Philadelphia Eagles at the Carolina Panthers, and like I don't really get what's going on here. Like, when are people gonna realize the Eagles suck? Like, I understand the Panthers kind of got mollywopped. Yes, the game got close at the end, but it was over just a stupid garbage time touchdown. It really wasn't that close. But the Panthers are 1,000 times better than the Eagles. Like, not even close in every department too. Can you find a department where the Panthers are not better than the freaking Eagles?
Oh,
I can't. The line?
Yeah, O-line.
One of them's gonna get hurt probably this week. So like there's that. But I can't find anything really, to be honest with you. You're probably right, the O-line. I don't hate that. But I think overall, I just think the Panthers are a way better team. And the fact that this is not like a -7 or something like that in favor of the Panthers is beyond me. And I'm slamming Panthers at -3.5 here.
Yeah. I've seen this up to 4 at some places. I think you're getting baited to take Carolina here.
I'll go.
I have Carolina written down, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like it. I might be switching to the Eagles here. I don't think the Eagles are bad. Like both teams kind of got pantsed by the Cowboys. Like Carolina's looked a little closer, but I mean, Eagles just couldn't move the ball on the Cowboys, which is ridiculous because the Cowboys defense isn't great. But they've been getting turnover luck. Whatever. Not about the Cowboys. Yeah, I'm just gonna ride with my initial gut reaction and go with the Panthers. I think that's the play here.
I think that's a great move, to be totally honest with you. And like I said, I think that whole defense is just even way better than the whole Eagles defense in general. Like, I think they have a good front seven. Losing what's his name is kind of tough. JC Horn. That kind of bit you in the butt. You weren't a huge JC Horn guy. But I just think in general, this is a way better team. And I really like that bet a lot. Future mortal, probably. Now we go into Denver Steelers. And like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I kind of thought like my whole thing was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna like kind of bet against the Steelers because I feel bad for Big Ben. It's just not working out well over there. But I kind of thought that betting against the Steelers was going to be my MO for the whole year. But I'm not going to lie to you, especially if Teddy Two Gloves is out, which is looking like it's probably going to be that. Not totally sure, but it's looking like it's going to be that. I'm going to take Steelers here. If Teddy comes to play, it might be, I would like Broncos more, but Drew Lock, I'm not a fan of. I'm going to take Steelers here. I like the Steelers a little bit better at -1.
Yeah. I'm going to take the Broncos.
Ooh.
I really want Teddy to play. If Teddy doesn't play, I don't feel great about it. I think they really do everything they can to get him to play. And I think he will end up playing. But like Big Ben looks so bad. And that O-line looks so bad. And what can the Broncos do? Play defense and get after the quarterback. Like, it's going to be bad for Big Ben. I think if Drew Lock can go out there and put up 17 points, they win. Like, I think the Steelers offense is just going to have a really tough day. So I'm going to ride with the Denver Broncos there.
Now, to go out of a little bit of gambling, I want to hear your opinion on this. What do you think about, I'm sure this has gone a little viral, but Vic Fangio reacting to John Harbaugh running a touchdown or running a 4-yard run with Lamar so they can continue that, or they can tie the record for most 100-yard games in a row rushing. What is your reaction to that? Have you seen the video?
I saw the quote. Like, I don't know. Like, there's no reason to be salty about it. Like, you got pantsed on national television. Like, why are you? And then didn't John Harbaugh say, like, I never saw, like, what did he say?
So what he said was, and this is why I totally agree with John Harbaugh. What he said was Vic Fangio was throwing, they were trying to, like, they were throwing the ball for a touchdown with like 10 seconds left. And then John Harbaugh was like, I don't think there's a 16-point play to get you back in the game. Call me crazy. I don't think it's there, but in 10 seconds. Right. But, you know, and I don't really see it as that big of a deal, to be honest. And especially if you are the one throwing up balls and giving them an opportunity to get the ball back. Like, fuck off. Like, whatever, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, if you want to go for the record, go for the record. Like, Vic Fangio, stop him from getting the record if you care.
Yeah. Like, that'd be cool.
Just stop him. Yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like you're just like it's a bad look to be salty as a 70-year-old head coach.
It is a weird look. Definitely a weird look. All right, we'll go on to this next game. And when I looked at this game, I'm surprised. I like the Bengals, but Jesus Christ, you're gonna make them the +3 underdog against Cincinnati, against the Packers? No way. I'm taking GB here at -3. I like that team a lot. I think the Bengals are way too young. Do I think they're a good up-and-coming team? 100%. But I just like the Packers overall way more, and especially giving me at -3. This is a game where I could see it being like -6.5, -7 Packers. But I'm getting -3. I'm getting a lot of points.
Yeah. I think that this game gets a little funky to me because it opened at Cincinnati +6,
Really?
and everybody's bet the Packers, and now it's Cincinnati +3. So they want everybody to continue betting the Packers.
What do they know?
Right. And let's see, 84% of the bets are on the Packers, and the line's coming down. So I'll take the Bengals.
Oh, okay. Make it.
It was going to be my coin flip game of the week, but I have my eye on something else for that.
I'm excited. I thought the coin flip game of the week is always against Indianapolis, the Colts.
Yeah, but I've just gotten fucked by it twice. So
Fair enough. Which the Colts game, I'm looking forward to talking about that. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen there. But all right. Let's hop into the next one. And this one at first kind of turned me off a little bit. You have Green Bay at -8, you have the Vikings at -8, and I just feel like that's a lot because I don't like the Vikings that much. But to me, I also really don't like the Lions. And especially it's a home game for Vikings. I know that you don't think that matters that much, but I think I'm gonna go Vikings -8, especially if what's his name is back. Why am I drawing a blank on his name? Dalvin Cook. If Dalvin Cook is back, I don't see anyone stopping them on the Lions. The Lions have had a lot of injuries, especially at secondary, which is not what you want to do. Also, I bet this line is that big because of Aquara, one of their defensive ends, real good defensive end, is also hurt. So the Lions have gotten a lot of big time injuries. So now I'm starting to understand, as I'm talking through it, I'm starting to understand why it's -8, and I could take that. I could take this at -8 and feel happy.
Yeah, it's I like the Vikings as well. I think the Lions did DeAndre Swift get injured? Didn't somebody get injured?
Ooh. Well, it is Aquara definitely got injured for the
Right, no, but an offensive piece. Maybe I'm capping, I don't know.
Let me look it up right now. DeAndre Swift. I'm not seeing much about him being injured.
Okay, so he's probably fine. I just am thinking about somebody else. Yeah, I just still think Minnesota is better. I don't think that the Lions are really going to offer much as far as a tough competition. I feel like the Lions have played some pretty close games, which I kind of give them credit for. Yeah, they played the Bears close. They played
Niners,
the Ravens. Too. Yeah. So yeah, I just the 49ers is all garbage time.
That's fair.
I just like the Vikings here. I just like this spot for them. It's in division, so I don't really like laying 8. But I just don't think the Lions are any good. So I'm just going to continue to bet against them.
And I agree with you. That's why we're both taking them at -8. Now, I'm looking at it right now. I have not took a dog yet, and that does scare me a little bit. But I don't know. Maybe I just feel comfortable. Now we're going on to Tampa Bay, Miami. And I don't really know what happened to Miami all of a sudden, but they're bad. And is this a lot of points? Yeah. Am I gonna take it? 100%. Yeah, the Miami is just so bad. And they were good last year. They were a fringe playoff team. And you would think they would get a lot better. Tua's not great. That offense is just not clicking. I don't know. I think this is a lot of points, Tampa Bay at -11, but I could also just see this not even being a close game, to be totally honest with you. And I'm gonna have to take Tampa Bay at -11 right now.
Yeah, I kind of agree, but at the same time, Tampa Bay just played the Patriots close. They lost to the Rams. Who else have they played? They played the Cowboys close. And the only reason they blew out the Falcons was because of the fourth quarter pick sixes.
That's true.
Are they just going to play teams close? Is that what we're going to do here? Because I think the Dolphins are better than the Falcons. I think the Dolphins, I don't think they're probably equivalent with the Patriots, right? Who just gave them a 19-17 game. Do I think it'll be that close? Not at all. I will take the Dolphins here, not to win remotely, but just to cover. Just that number's a little too big for me.
That's fair. And I agree with you. The number is really big. I'm not the biggest fan of it in 100%. Will not be mortal lock like some other teams more than that. I don't know. It's a weird game. Could have been a coin toss game for one of us, but it's not. Let's go into the next game. I am interested to kind of talk about this one. This one is funky. I think I'm going to go Saints here at -1.5. I don't believe in Washington. And someone said that Taylor Heineke is like Ryan Fitzpatrick. I believe like part of my take said that. And I think that might be one of the best comparisons of all time because he is one of those guys that does something crazy good. And then all of a sudden he'll throw an absolute duck or like a weird pass or just something not right. You can maybe say that for Jameis Winston as well. But I liked the Saints here at -1.5. Again, I feel a little iffy about it because I could see the football team coming out and winning as well. But I'm going to go Saints at -1.5.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Saints at -1.5 too. That Washington football team defense has not showed up yet in the way that we thought it was going to. It's also just a buy low spot on the Saints and a comeback spot. Like, I think that if the Saints had even just beaten the Giants in overtime, that number's 4.5 or 5.
Fair point.
So, like, I just think it's a comeback buy low spot on the Saints, and I'll take that.
Now, here's another game. This is going to be a mortal lock, 100% right now. I'm taking Titans at -4. I think the reason why it's probably this low is because they lost the Jets and OT. But the Urban Meyer stories. You call me Narrative Street, you can't walk away from that. Did you hear this shit that the team was laughing at him at the meetings and stuff like that when he left? And they think he's a clown now. You can't think your head coach is a clown. Again, call me Mr. Narrative Street, say it's dumb, but if you don't have any faith in your head coach at all, which I don't either, because he also smells so bad of college football coach. Like, it reeks to me so bad. And I don't think he's gonna be good. I might even bet that he's gonna be the first fired coach within the season. I could see him getting fired within the season, to be totally honest with you. I don't know what your thought is here, but I love Tennessee at -4.
Yeah, I like Tennessee at -4 too. My only problem is like that 90% of people are betting Tennessee. But I also have in my notes here, Liam, Tennessee is just better. Don't overthink it.
Yep.
So I'm not going to overthink it. I'm going to take Tennessee -4. Derrick Henry usually does absolutely horrible things to the Jacksonville Jaguars. He does like unspeakable things. It's actually a felony in some states what he does to them. So, yeah, don't overthink it. Just Titans.
I'm not going to overthink it either. It's 100% going to be the Titans. And I really, really, really think that is a steamy shit show that I cannot wait to look into because that is going to be a lot of drama in Jacksonville. And it sucks for them. I'm sorry, Jaguar fans. I don't know how many diehard Jaguar fans there are out there, but if you are one, sorry, it sucks. All right, now we're on to the Patriots-Houston Texan game. Big line, but I think the Texans are so bad. Like, I think the Texans are absolutely horrendous. I also think the Patriots defense is not that bad. I think they're pretty good as well. I like the Patriots defense a lot. So I'm going to go Patriots at -9.5. And wow, I have not took a dog yet. Scary. Oh, I think you lagged out there for a second. I don't know what you said. If you want to repeat yourself.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, we can hear you now.
Awesome. So I will be taking the Houston Texans here. And I kind of like this spot. I saw it before at +10. If you're going to give me 10 points in an over-under of under 40 points.
Yeah.
I'm just taking it. Give me the points. Houston Texans. My
Fair
boys,
enough.
Davis Mills. We're pulling up. Watch out.
So, all right, now we're heading to the second game of the witching hour. We're going to go Chicago Bears at Raiders. I don't know. I think the Bears are real bad, but they only beat the Lions. I guess that's not that impressive. I'm going to go here Raiders. I'm going to go Vegas. Again, I have not taken an underdog yet, which is scaring me, but I'm going to take Vegas here at -5.5. The Bears, yeah, they did beat the Lions, but it's the Lions. Like we said, a lot of injuries, not a great team overall. They play hard, but not a great team. I don't think the Bears are that good. I think it's a weird team. Although if Matt Nagy's not calling, that offense could look good. Who knows?
I'm going to take the Bears here. I don't believe in the Raiders still. I think Gruden is way past it. I don't think he's even a good head coach or an okay head coach. I think he's bottom third of the league head coach. Not that Matt Nagy's the GOAT, but the Bears look like they're going to be starting Andy Dalton. So they should be able to put up points. They're not going to blow the doors off anybody. But I think Andy Dalton and Derek Carr are pretty similar. I just don't believe in the Raiders. And if they're going to lay 5.5 points to a team that I think is okay in the Bears, maybe not even okay, but I still just like the Bears in this spot.
If Andy Dalton's a starter, I love that bet even more for me because I think
I hate the Raiders.
Really?
I just think they suck. I don't know what my problem is with them. I think they're awful.
Okay.
Like, I don't know what my problem, but I hate those guys.
Fair enough. All right. Yeah, it's a weird team. I don't know. I don't know. It's a weird game. I could definitely see it going either way. All right. Let's go into another good game. Oh, wow. This is another great game. Wow, this is a real good game. Sadly, the Giants are going to be on, so I can't watch this game, but I'm going to take Chargers here at -1.5. Although I don't want to. I kind of want to come back from that, but I don't know. I'm going to take Chargers here at -1.5. I think I'm going to ride my son, Justin Herbert. I really liked him a lot. Want him to go to the Giants. I'm going to ride that. Yeah, I'm going to ride that. And I also think that the Browns offense is not looking great. And this is a really good offense for the Chargers. They could go against a really, really good defense for the Browns, or they're going to go against a really good defense for the Browns. And I think they could end up going out there and blowing them out. Who knows? I like Chargers here at -1.5.
I like the Browns. I think it's going to be a super close game. So, I'll take the point and half to begin with. I think the Browns probably win outright. I like I like the Chargers defense. Don't get me wrong, but I think like that Browns defense can like really stifle another team. And like you saw Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney, they can get after it. The back half of their defense isn't bad either. They got new safeties this year. And then they're just going to take the air out of the ball and run it. Baker's efficient, and they have some explosive playmakers with rookie Anthony Schwartz, maybe over the top. Odell get the ball in his hands. He can still make something happen. So I'll take the Browns here.
All right, I don't hate that. That's a weird game. I'm wondering where this coin toss game is going to come. But we'll go into the next game with the Giants against the Cowboys. And I am superstitious here. And yes, do the Giants usually play close? Yes. But I am a diehard Giants fan, and I picked against the Giants last week, and they won. Do I have any expectation? Because it was hard. It was very bittersweet. Once the Saints won, there was about 5 minutes of me being like, oh, my God, what a win. That's sick. And then I went like this. I went, oh, let's, maybe, let's see.
We don't have to do this again.
I was like, maybe let me look at it again. I was like, oh, that could be fun. Oh, Cowboys, Rams. Oh, that's not nice. Oh, Panthers. Oh, Chiefs. And it hurt. It really hurt. I want to have expectations. I want to believe in this team. I just can't. And the Cowboys put a lot of points on the board, or can put a lot of points on teams. I'm going to go Dallas here at -7.5. And it sucks. I'm doing this also because I am so superstitious, and I'm hoping the superstition works and they prove me wrong. But no expectations. The Giants do good. So I'm doing no expectations, and I hope this works out. It probably won't.
Give me over a touchdown. An in-division game for teams that we know play pretty close almost every time. The Cowboys are good, but they're not great. They're not world beaters. And the Giants have played close in every single game they played. Would I take the Giants money line? No, but I'm getting over a touchdown with the New York Giants here. And I like that. And I genuinely like that bet. It was, I'm going to tell you, didn't quite make it, but it was in mortal lock contention. I just love the New York Giants here in this spot. And I love the New York Giants in general. I think we're seeing great things from Daniel Jones. The play calling the last couple of weeks hasn't been as bad. And that defense could put something together. We might have a win on our hands here. So I'll take the 7.5.
Listen, I again, there's me and you. There's no other diehard Giant fans. I'm doing this for the superstition, and I hope it works. You're right. The play calling has been a lot better. Getting okay, like Pig I was listening to part of my take. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. Turns out when you play your 20th overall pick in the first round, he ends up doing pretty well. He ends up opening up your offense a little bit. So that was cool. And quite honestly, like I don't know if Shepard or Slayton are coming back, but I saw a tweet. I would totally be content. I would love our wide receiver core if it was Kenny Galladay, John Ross, and and Kadarius Toney. I would like that a lot, and I'm totally okay with that. Like Slayton, I think it can get played out, and then Shepard, sadly, thinks this is going to be his last year because of his contract. So I'm totally okay with that wide receiver core. I like the wide receiver core a lot. John Ross looked really good. And you're right, Danny, Mr. Danny, he's playing well. I will say week 1, I did not think he played well. He played like dog shit, in my opinion. Week 2, going to Washington, played awesome. Played real good. Week 3, I think just the whole team played very bleh, but I think the team kind of let him down. There's a lot of times where like it was like 3rd and 10 or 3rd and long, and he'd get the first down, and it's like, all of a sudden it would be like, fucking holding, it'd ruin the whole drive. So I think that was very that. And then this last week, he played awesome to bring that team back. And like I said, the Giants found a way to win instead of finding a way to lose, like they always fucking seem like they do. Does something turn around? Maybe. I don't know. I want it to. I really do, but I don't know. So that's enough of the Giants. I know people probably don't want to hear them that much. We'll go on to San Francisco 49ers at the Arizona Cardinals. And that's a lot of points there if I'm telling you. Is Jimmy G playing? Do you know if Jimmy G's playing?
I do not.
What did you say?
I don't.
Unknown. Okay, so my roommate's also saying it's unknown. They don't know how bad. The Cardinals are good. The Cardinals are good, Pat. The Cardinals are good. The Cardinals are good. Go Cardinals at -5.5, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go Cardinals at -5.5. Let's see what happens there.
So I'm going to take the San Francisco 49ers here. Getting 5.5 points. Again, another in-division game. Think it'll be close. Line has moved from +1 to +5.5 in the last day.
Really?
Yeah. So,
wow.
I mean, Vegas is willing to move that line, so I'll just take the 49ers here. And I like that. I think I'm getting good value for an in-division game for teams that'll play close. And 5.5 points. Yeah, I think the 49ers have a decent shot to just win outright.
I don't think you're wrong, dude. I don't. But also, like, the Cardinals look good. Is this a rookie move of me to be just going like, oh, Cardinals have been playing well, just get back the Cardinals? It probably
I just think they're being overvalued, right? Like, I think they should be the favorite. I probably think they're the better team, but not by 5.5 points.
I think that's fair. I do think that's fair. Is George Kittle hurt too? You got anything on that? Okay, so George Kittle's also questionable too. There's a lot of guys that are questionable. So I don't know. I don't like that. But we're going for it. My first underdog bet. I'm a rider. Bills Mafia all the way, +2.5. I think it's gonna be a close game, and I honestly even think maybe the fucking Bills win this shit. They finally get their first win against this freaking team and go over the hump. I'm all the way in on the Bills. Go Buffalo. I'm big Bills. Let's go.
I'm taking the Chiefs.
Ooh.
Another podcast I listened to, this guy on there, Jeff Feinberg, he talks about how, the Bills are a pretty girl right now in the NFL. They're a pretty girl. Everyone wants to talk to them. Everybody wants to be them. Are they used to being the pretty girl, though? There's a lot of responsibility that comes with being the pretty girl in the NFL. The Chiefs are the pretty girl. The Chiefs have been a pretty girl. But right now the stock is low. And they're still that pretty girl, and they're about to play another pretty girl that thinks that she's like that.
This sounds like a movie like Mean Girls or something.
Yeah, she just had her glow up. The Chiefs are a staple, and I think that they show up here and they say, all right, move over. This is us. We're We actually run this. We run the AFC. You guys are cool and all, but you gotta keep working if you want to catch up to us. I like Andy Reid. I like Patrick Mahomes. And I'm going with the Chiefs. The Bills have just been stomping the shit out of terrible teams.
Yeah.
Lost to the
That's
Steelers.
true.
Like,
That's a weird loss to the Steelers.
Right, but it's week 1. Like, you can kind of throw that out, but like they haven't beat anybody of note. And they're coming in here and playing a team that was in the Super Bowl last year and a team that won the Super Bowl the year before that. So we'll see.
I liked it. It sounds like Mean Girls. I like the comparison.
They're begging you to take the Bills too.
So, but wait a sec. Would you, if you have you ever watched Mean Girls?
Nah, bro.
I'm ashamed to say I have watched Mean Girls, so I'm just gonna. But I guess I'll just kind of like drop it because it's not gonna be cool because you're gonna have no idea. But yeah, it is kind of like the two popular girls going at it. One of them's been around for a while. Everyone knows her, and now this is the new team. So I don't know. I agree with you, but I'm a rider. Some say it's the only true New York team. I don't believe it. It's not, but some say it's the only true New York team. I also love Stephon Diggs. I want him to win. I want it to happen. I want it to work out. So if I want it, maybe I'll get it. And it is my first dog that I've taken this entire day. So I need one. So, and I don't think I'm going to take this next one with the Indianapolis Colts against the Baltimore Ravens. Don't think I'm doing that. But this is really hard. I don't know. I just don't like the Colts. But I could see it. I really could. But I'm gonna go Ravens. I think I'm gonna ride this whole non-underdog thing I'm doing right now.
This is weird of you.
I'm gonna take the call. I'm gonna take the Ravens. I'm taking Ravens at -7. And I'm locking it in. I feel not awesome about it. I can't say I do, but I think I don't know. I just think they're better. I think Baltimore's a good team. I think Baltimore's a good team. I don't think the Colts are a good team. So,
all right, we have reached time. It is the coin flip game of the week.
Yep, excited.
Right, because Indianapolis is bad, right?
Yep,
but they've played Seattle and they've played the Rams and they played the Titans, who showed up that day. So I'm not sure how bad they are, but I have no idea how good they are because I hate them because they keep losing. I don't think I think the Ravens aren't that good. I think they're still a good team, but they're not the Ravens that we've seen the past few years. So we'll go with the coin flip game of the week. The Ravens will be heads.
Okay.
Give me the Indianapolis Colts.
Let's go. 0-3, 0-3. So let's go. That's huge. I will take that. We're going Indianapolis Colts at +7. I might even make that shit my mortal lock. Probably not. I'm actually not going to do it. But all right. I could see that. I'm with that. Oh, okay, now we're looking at my mortal lock picks. And I'm going to go I'm going to risk one of my mortal locks. And it's going to be a kind of a gambling move. But I'll go with my first mortal lock. It's going to be Carolina at the Eagles. I believe that's at the Eagles, right? We'll go down. Go up.
I think it's.
Yep. Oh, no, it's home. Oh, my God. So I like I like Carolina home against the Eagles at -3.5. Again, like I said, I think it's way too many. I think it's way too little points. They didn't have a great game against the Cowboys, but they are a fucking good team. You can guarantee yourself that. So I like that a lot. Pittsburgh, and then I like Tennessee at -4. I think the whole Urban Meyer thing is an absolute shit show. I do not see Tennessee, again, -4. It should be like a -7.5 kind of game. -4 strictly just because they lost the Jets. You can say the Jets are just as bad as the Jaguars, and maybe, they don't have Robert Saleh is not in freaking California getting grinded on and getting laughed at by his whole team. So I like that a lot. And then I'm going to go with my last mortal lock being the Pittsburgh Steelers. I hate to do it, but I'm strictly it's a gamble pick, but I'm gambling that Drew Lock plays, and if Drew Lock plays, I'm excited about that. It's not going to be good for them. I like Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's go. Let me hear.
All right, that last mortal lock was a little weird.
It's funky. I'm in.
I'll be taking the Browns +1.5 against the Chargers. It's a lock right there. Another lock is the Falcons -3.5 against the Jets. that London game. Love that. Matt Ryan's about to eat it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then Houston plus 9.5 or 10, whatever it's at.
9.5.
The Patriots. 9.5. Yeah, I'll take the 9.5.
All right. I think my last one, I think you're right. My Steelers pick is a little gambly, but we're a gambling podcast. That's what we do here. So I'm going to take it. Especially like we record, it's Tuesday night. Go Yankees. They literally play in like 40 minutes. Let's go. Got the cup on, got the that, and then the Lou Gehrig jersey goes on when the Yankees play. So I'm feeling good about that as well. We are, like we said, recording at Tuesday night, so we do not know the injury for Drew Lock or not. Sometimes I think it's honestly kind of a blessing in our favor, especially like I would probably try to get on this now, so that if Drew Lock does play, that spread is going to change dramatically. So yeah. All right. Any last closing words? Any first remarks before we go?
No, I think that's it. Just hoping for another 12-4 week and another 6-10 week for you.
I mean, I don't hope for your downfall. So I don't know.
I'm praying on your downfall.
That's just not right, but fine. I think, and if we have not got a comment yet, so in all fairness to that, maybe we should say this in like the first 5 minutes people watch the video. But I think we should set up a challenge. If people want to comment, if you are listening to this, thank you. You should set up a challenge for the loser of this. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, pick something. We're down.
And we're in. I'm in. Nothing too crazy. I've heard a lot of crazy ideas, and especially in fantasy football. Nothing too crazy, but I like this. So, all right. So, yeah, like I said, thank you guys as usual for coming. If you are listening to this very moment, I appreciate it. I hope you faded me last week because I did not do well, but don't continue it for that long. I'm seeing the board. I bet every favorite except Buffalo. That is not good. So I'm actually really nervous thinking about that now, but we're going to be good. We're all good. So I appreciate it, guys, and peace out.